Hi there, my name is Annie, and I am going to read your tarot today. We are going to see what you need to hear right now. This is the Mystic Mondays Tarot. It is not a Monday, however, this is the right deck for today. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. And I'm going to take this as well. All right, so let's start over here with the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands speaks to going on this kind of like journey and, you know, having all of these wands or lessons with us. In this deck, it's quite interesting. You know, usually it's like somebody who's like holding onto the wands, but in this case, you know, they're ready to, what it appears is take it on, right? It looks like a gate almost. And there's this one wand, not quite in the battle ready position. However, like easily we could flip that over and prepare for a fight. You know, so it's like we've got all of these lessons and we've gone on this journey and we are ready to take on whatever is in front of us. The Wands suit is correlated to fire, the fire element. So, you know, a lot of passion and action. So I wanted to call that out, right? We're ready. This is the Five of Cups. Now, I think this Five of Cups is quite interesting with this like kind of dark imagery here, and then this kind of sun imagery here, right? And they've kind of got this, it's giving a little bit of like a yin yang. But, you know, the Five of Cups, it traditionally talks about, you know, not seeing exactly what's in front of us, not appreciating what's in front of us. But this, it seems quite balanced, almost in a way. But I can't help but notice that there's these three cups that have more of, I don't know if it's yin or yang, right? But it actually does seem quite balanced. So I think this talks more about our emotions and our relationships, and, you know, there's like this balance that has to come within that. The next card is the Tower. The Tower card typically speaks of, you know, a lot of sudden change. And in this particular deck, I think what's quite interesting is this this lightning, right? Right, these like lightning strikes. However, this tower, it doesn't necessarily seem as if, you know, everything is totally falling apart. it does seem like, these lightning strikes are hitting this almost transparent area. So, maybe not the entire foundation is falling apart. However, this is the area that was built on a weak foundation is not the word, but it was built on weaker ground. So we need to strike that down and rebuild it. It's kind of like a Lego set is what I just got, So maybe whatever this top part wasn't built necessarily well. However, we have the chance to rebuild. And I think, again, this kind of color and imagery is quite interesting. It's like here we're starting to see a little bit of that orange, right, come along. So like perhaps, we're gearing up for this journey, and this is talking about some kind of balance that we need to have. And also I think it speaks to, this in this direction, and then the Tower card in all of this kind of orangey kind of color. It's like we're gearing up and we're prepping, right? And then there's 3 of these orange cups facing this way, and then this orange sun type imagery. Again, it's coming towards this. So we need to rebuild, whatever this is that's coming crashing down. And then from this dark orange, then we've got this bright orange that's coming. And you should know that the 6 of Wands, it means victory. So you see, again, this orange, we've got to rebuild this, but once we do, then you sit on top of them, right? And we're cheerful, we're glowing, we're lush, flowing, and we've got the sun, shining down upon us. And that comes after this. And then this is the 9 of Pentacles. Again, I think it's kind of this beautiful journey here, right? We've got half of this sun kind of here, and we're prepping for this kind of battle, right? Or I don't know if it's a battle, a gate, or this kind of obstacle, which is here, that needs to be rebuilt. Something in your life. Perhaps it has to do with some kind of emotional aspect. But once this is rebuilt, know that there is victory and that you will be rising up. It's almost like, she's like rising up on top of these towers. Like they're like wands, but they're boosting her up, right? So she can be closer to the sun. And this is what's coming afterwards, right? As we get closer to this, now the sun is directly behind the peacock. And we've got these 9 pentacles. So we've worked through a lot of this, and we are seeing abundance, and we are seeing things pay off in the earthly realm. Peacocks remind me of the Empress, and the Empress again speaks to abundance and flowing, and just having all of this creation flow to us. And then we'll finish off with the Hermit. I think this is, again, quite interesting how the color journey here, right? Here we've got these 2 cups with this same blue-green type of imagery. They were facing this way, right? So they're speaking about some other thing that perhaps we weren't, we weren't seeing, because we had to focus on this, right? Because this is, taking up a lot of our energy. But once this is released and we have victory here, and we're flowing into the next kind of phase of our life, that is when we do a little bit of introspection with the Hermit card. We've gone through this journey, and we kind of need to pause and reflect and see what lessons are there, and what we can learn. And we can take that with us as we go on to the next part of our journey, right? This next phase. You know, it's always good to pause and reflect and think, you know, what lessons have I learned so far, and what can they teach me as I go to the next kind of phase of my life? And I think, again, you know, what's quite interesting here, to me, it almost seems like the sun is a little bit, not blocked per se, but the colors are a little different, right? We've got this little pink kind of thing versus this is this full orange. And I can't help but think that there is a solar eclipse happening 2 days from now. And so perhaps this is speaking about all of this happening. If this isn't happening, you know, if you're watching this when I don't post it, outside of that, I think, you know, you can just kind of take that as a lot of change is happening, and a lot of, it's a good time of reflection, especially after the journeys we've been on. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you stumble upon it is whenever you need to hear and see it. There's a journey that we've been on. We are ready to prepare and move obstacles out of our way. This may have something to do in our emotional aspect, but you know, right now we're focusing on these 3 and this half, you know, moon. However, don't forget about these other 2 in the blue and green cups. There's going to be some kind of sudden change, you know, like a flash of lightning. However, whatever this is that's being kind of destroyed or taken down, we are going to rebuild on solid foundations, and we are going to rise up and have success and victory. And the sun will shine and glow upon us. And you will see how you're flowing. You'll see how you are abundant in resources and wealth. You're successful. The sun is there, right there with you, shining ever so brightly. And we need to take the time to pause and reflect and think about the lessons that we've learned so far in this journey, and what else we need to look at in the bigger picture as we move through this next stage of our life. But you see, there were all these obstacles, and now it is clear. That is your reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Bye.